Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17
and Greyshot151 here.
And we are doing a review, an interesting review.
A wondrous review.
A hotly contested review of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah, I won my bet. It was over 80%.
You won my bet.
Right. Well, what do I win? I bet it would be higher than 80% on Rotten
That's a great
Tomatoes.
question.
Or lower than 55.
What do you win?
Gloating rights. Anyway, so
Sure.
Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, is essentially a origin story featuring Wonder Woman in her origin, not World War II, but World War One.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, Steve Rogers has been used in...
I mean...
not Steve Rogers, Steve Trevor.
Steve... Okay, which is hilarious. We'll get to something about that a little later. But,
Is the guy named really Steve Trevor? We had a discussion about this on the car. I'm double checking right now.
Jesus Christ. Okay, pull up the guy's name. Anyway,
I am.
Is Wonder Woman a good film? Or a great film? Yes. I would actually consider it one of the better, if not one of the top 5 origin stories for superheroes. Now, the question is it one of the best superhero films of all time?
No.
It would be very... This would be, like... This would be the edge of that. And actually... And here's my rationale. While Gal Gadot and Chris Pine
do some fantastic performances,
nail their roles, and the supporting cast is really, really good, there's some basic plot elements that just don't hit quite right, and then also it's weird, the action / effects
in some sequences are great.
Yeah.
Others...
If this film could have continued... The first and second act are great. If the third act could have continued that would have really nailed it.
I just wanted to let you know, guys,
yeah,
that we are filming this on Friday. We saw this the Friday night. Yep. I gotta say, it is actually being a flop at the box office.
Why?
It's only made $18 million.
That can't be right. Oh,
think about this.
Oh,
for
wait,
a second.
that's Thursday night. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. I was like...
But no, yeah, this movie's probably going to make a ton of money.
Yes.
Because it's deserving.
It's a DC film with good reviews. Now, here's my synopsis I thought during this film. So, everything else. The score is fantastic for the most part. I know some people
Steve
really...
Trevor, god dang,
yeah.
That's real.
Anyway.
Honestly, I thought it was a very good film. There are great performances
all
around. The mascara is great.
Yes.
The architecture, the design, the people, all of it work extremely well. The performances by the actors.
The mom
The mom, the general.
I will say there is a constant thing of don't do that,
and she does it,
and they do it. Don't do that. You do it. And it's like it's not just 1 or 2 times. There's like
every
8
time.
or 9 times that there's a character who says don't do that, but you know you can go do it.
Diana basically just ignores everything. It's not
Diana. It's the whole cast. It's like don't do that. General does it anyway. Don't do that. She does it anyway. Don't do that. Chris Pine does it anyway. It's like, don't do that. Evil German guy goes to do it anyway. It's like, don't do that. And that's one of my major gripes.
Are you finished?
It's like, I wish that that wasn't a thing. Because it's like 1 or 2 times is fine in a film, okay? But when it's close to a dozen times that someone says, stay here, do this, do that, and they go do something completely else, and they keep telling it.
This is his complaint. This is what he had to come up with for 10 minutes. Like, I gotta think of something negative.
That's a reasonable complaint.
Don't
it's like,
do this.
Why?
That's
especially
in every movie.
No, but it's the same character telling someone, don't do that, over and over and over again, which in some circumstances is fine, but the stick gets old after somewhere, and then everyone starts doing it. It's like, Jesus Christ,
and so does the
know nothing is gonna happen. Anyway, actually the setting I really enjoyed. They really nailed the World War One setting. The whole the line sequence where they're charging, I guess the German line is very, very cool.
The opening.
Also, I like how they characterize the Germans. The Germans are not bad, which I liked. It's like, well, they're Germans. They caused the war. It's like, no, jackass. The Austrian-Hungarians caused the war. The Germans were brought into it. They had the biggest army, and they wanted to do it. But both sides villainized each other, but both had incompetent commands. British and Germany both had idiotic commands, so they both did terribly.
Also, this movie, again, does take place during World War One, but it takes place during an interesting time frame.
Yeah, this is 1918.
This is 1918 during the armistice,
when they're discussing it.
When they're discussing the armistice, and I thought that was a for this movie, I thought that was so great. I like that setting. It's like, but Battlefield 1 took place in 1918. You're right. But this doesn't glorify...
This doesn't have automatic weapons.
You're right. But I will also say, except for like one passing reference, which is done in a negative connotation, I will make note, the United States is not brought up in this at all. This is not the United States war, and it never was. We jumped in and saved the Allies, essentially. We helped fill their lines, and...
Okay, we didn't save them. We made them, made sure they would win.
Yes, exactly. And I like to make note of, this is during the armistice, and you see these troops, they've seen hell, you see the back, you see London, you see Germany, and all of them have seen hell, and they just want the war to end. And because of unknown forces, the war might even progress longer. And that kind of aspect I liked. I also liked the characters' reactions to the war, Diana's reaction to the war, or Diana's reaction to anything, honestly. It was honestly extremely funny. Very funny indeed. To, let's say, a watch, which she first notices, which probably had a very large laugh.
There are jokes in this film, and I actually quite enjoy it. Like that.
Yeah, there's solid humor.
I don't know if anyone's going to get the reference. It's essentially a fish out of water humor that this film employs.
Think of Castiel and Supernatural.
Yeah, Castiel, Supernatural, or what's a shoot? Thor. Thor's in, like, I guess for the MCU version. Thor coming into the human world. But
I'll take another.
This nails it a lot better.
Yeah,
I think Chris Pine, way he's showing in the trailer.
Can I make note that Chris Pine is the thing that saves this movie?
Or Chris?
No offense,
it's not Chris Pine. Who is it? Who's the main? Chris Hemsworth. Thank you. All right.
Oh well, Chris Pine in this movie. Yes. I will say this: Gal Gadot does a very good job, maybe even fantastic in some sequences, especially during the action sequences, of demonstrating Wonder Woman. I didn't really like Wonder Woman in Batman v Superman, to be honest. I didn't like her perform. I thought she was good. I didn't think she.
I thought she was fine as Diana Prince. I thought she was.
She didn't really stand out as Wonder Woman.
Why?
But
all right.
This feels earned.
Yeah.
This feels like, okay, you're Wonder Woman. I buy it, and you deserve it. The counterpoint, though, I will have is that Chris Pine has to basically balance this as bringing people and making this look realistic, quote unquote, while also moving the story forward.
Yep.
And providing dialogue with Diana, who is again fish out of the water.
Yep.
Getting the jokes in,
he was initially
getting
fish
the
out of
drama
water.
in, getting the emotion in, getting the other characters in. Without him, this movie, he's basically the thread that connects the movie all the way to the very end.
Yeah.
And he pulls a lot of weight, but he does a fantastic job.
Gal Gadot also pulls a lot of weight. The supporting cast does a good job.
Yeah,
there's a good script here. There's a really good script.
His assistant also does a quote unquote the assistant in the movie.
The secretary.
The secretary, yeah. Oh my god, she was funny every single time she was on the screen, which was hilarious, which was great. But my main note is, this movie, Chris Pine was my favorite character of this. I liked his arc. I like the character. Wonder Woman is the standout. She is going to move on. Obviously, she's going to get a Wonder Woman 2. There's not going to be a Steve Rogers 2 or Steve Trevor 2.
Again, the question will be, and this is why it's like usually in a sequel for a superhero film, that's when they shine. Iron Man 2 is not the case, but Spider-Man 2 or Winter Soldier or even in Thor 2 brought down. But you could say
in most superhero sequels, you can see a
X-Men
step up
2.
in quality.
There you go.
Think Captain America. Think Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, there we go. And also Spider-Man, X-Men. Again, these
Batman Begins.
Days of Future Past technically is the second one of the
after First Man.
Yeah.
Again, it does a fantastic job of taking what should be a basic origin story and actually uplifting it to tell a pretty good story. And it's probably one of my top 5 favorite superhero origin stories.
Yes.
But not favorite superhero. This is not going to beat The Dark Knight.
No.
This is not going to beat probably Civil War.
No.
But what I will say is this is a good movie, a great movie, mostly throughout.
This reminds me of Iron Man, where Iron Man didn't have a ton. Like, the action sequences were smaller. I still think maybe the action sequences were better in Iron Man, but it's like that, where I enjoyed the drama of Iron Man and the character enough to where even though the action wasn't great,
selling me,
it doesn't matter. The whole story did. And that's what this does. It has a solid story and solid characters and solid pacing and everything else that looks away when the special effects don't hold up necessarily, or the action it doesn't hold up, or the third act maybe isn't as good as the previous two.
The other note, so again, our final recommendations. If you want to see this movie, go see it.
Yes.
I highly recommend it. Unlike Alien Covenant, it has you engaged through and through.
It
and
is
even
the
if
best.
Even if you see a plot hole, you don't care.
I like, just in case someone's watching, this is the best DCEU movie. This beats Man of Steel.
Let me explain this. This movie provides drama and does the emotion well, the characters well, the humor well.
I just realized if I put this up... I just realized if I put this up and someone I know is watching this, I may not return back from work. Just letting you know. It would be for a coworker, but go on.
In any case, my main note in this regard is Man of Steel provides better action in this movie.
Yep.
And I will say the villain is better.
Yes.
With Zod is a fantastic villain.
Yes.
Zod is one of my favorite parts of that movie.
Yes.
And the action are one of the best parts.
Yes.
Henry Cavill does a good job. I would say Gal Gadot does a better job as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, it again, Man of Steel's right behind, like it's near, but Wonder Woman does.
Yeah.
Go leaps and bounds.
The character's pacing, everything's a lot better in this film.
Any case.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
So
Steve Rogers and Steve Trevor go out the same way. They both go up in a plane designed to bomb an enemy city, and they both sacrifice themselves. The problem is Steve Trevor doesn't have super soldier serum in him. And
yeah. He'd be dead. So yeah, that was kind of a disappointing thing. Again, remember when I said there wouldn't be a Steve Trevor 2? Yeah, because he did. So the other note I will make is, again, we make note of the characters. Everything we said we recommended is true. The main problem with this movie is goddamn Ares, who I swear to God
the villain
would get a laugh out of us. Because it's not to say it's not to say he's not, he doesn't look like Ares.
Yeah.
Because he does. He gets the full armor and everything.
Yep, he gets armor.
The problem is it's an old British man. That's
the
reveal.
Old British man is fighting Gal Gadot. And again, he has this burly mustache, and you can see him through the armor.
Listen,
that's one of the few circumstances, like, please, close the face.
Who's the
guy
that played it?
Tim Curry?
Tim Curry did a fantastic job as Ares in the Justice League Unlimited or Justice League series.
Oh, was it Tim Curry?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much was. And him being basically the suave, character.
I will Google. I will find his face. I'll put the face here.
And then put the British guy next to him. Which
one
one do you think?
Which one is more intimidating as a central villain? And that being, look, I get the idea what they're going with Ares. Is like
they should have given him a demonic form or something. I don't know.
Something. Like he can't.
He just looked like he basically left a retirement home. He's like, what are you doing here, man?
And like the idea behind it, like Gal Gadot the entire time is like, if I kill Ares, the humans will be good.
It's a German commander. I know it's this German general or whatever.
Yeah,
but it turns out to be a British intelligence who's been leading both sides to kill each other since the beginning,
which I find hilarious and awesome.
Is also, if you're going to motivate the war, go on the winning side or the side you know is going to win and just wreck shit. Basically, was his philosophy. And by the way, if he would have Ares dies. Spoilers.
Yeah.
If Ares would have lasted 50 more years, 60 more years, getting into the Cold War,
oh god,
the world would be dead. The world would be gone. There wouldn't be a Man of Steel. It would be Man of Doom.
I think that's the point. It's like you can't have this guy with that same thing because literally he'll just walk into the, oh god, walk into the president's ear and say, you know what would be a great idea? Don't tweet, nuke. Oh Jesus Christ. Anyway.
To be fair, when I see the missiles flying in the distance, I'll be like, I'm not surprised. I'm really not. I'll look on Twitter and be like, well, he gave me this one last tweet, and I'm not surprised. Political jokes aside, yeah, that was the major problem in my note. There's also a few minor plot holes. But again, this movie's so engaging that I really couldn't care less.
Yeah,
if they would have just fixed the not having the old British man fighting Wonder Woman, this movie would have been so much better.
The fight with Ares is also like, some parts are cool, some parts are like, what?
Weird.
What?
Yeah, we saw this at like 12 o'clock at night.
The cinematography just goes like crazy, and I don't mean like in a good way. I mean like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, it gets a little nuts.
It's like, let's have
the other note I will make is Ares. They make note of spoilers. Diana is the daughter of Zeus and the queen of Thermopylae. No,
Themyscira.
Themyscira. Thank you.
He tried.
I tried. Themyscira. I honestly would have liked if they maybe would have connected Ares to her like they did in the Justice League as well, having her the daughter of Ares, and that's why it would have made sure, like, again, then you could have connected it and had basically a young god basically sheds it and he looks like her father.
Yeah.
That way it's Ares, not.
Also, there is a small problem with this film. Not small. Okay, not problem. A worry about this film that also goes with Suicide Squad.
Continue.
They have essentially been like, yeah, magic's a thing. It's not techno science or anything. It's just magic. And I am very curious to see how that goes. Here's my rationale. You say, oh, they introduced magic in Doctor Strange. Like, they sort of ground it.
They expose mysticism,
to an extent,
but there is a limit to the mysticism. Like,
there's a point, and the problem,
Ares just starts pulling stuff.
They tie it to the stone. The problem, this tiny little, the teensy-weensy
Ares
problem.
just has basically every power he wants. He can throw lightning like Zeus. He has the strength of, Hercules or whatever.
Yeah.
Again, this isn't stated in the film. Like, oh, I have all these powers and whatnot. It's just like, he just does all this stuff, and you don't really get a sense of his powers. I will say that is the one benefit of a lot of other villains. Like, you could go with Scarecrow or the Ironmonger, or I'm sticking with origins here, people. Or Magneto. It's like, I can control metal, and basically all of his powers relate to that.
Yeah.
You can understand. It's like, oh, if he picks up a bridge, it's because it's metal. Again, here's my note: if a movie is engaging enough where you don't have to think about that, then yeah, it's a good movie in that regard. If it can evade the plot holes that it has.
Yeah, they mentioned Greek gods. That's my thing. They mentioned Greek gods and stuff like that as actual gods, not. Again, just to clarify, not as like very powerful people, as actual gods. So that's where I find it
mystical
interesting.
Beings. I mean, you got Thor and Odin and stuff.
But they said it was like, in that they specifically say, oh no, these were ancient humans that literally were attacked, and then they just made a bunch of myths and stuff like that based off the children and stuff in the war. Yes, in that universe is probably they don't have Loki as the god of mischief, but they still reference Thor and stuff like those.
Okay, going to the actual movie at hand.
Yeah. So
do we recommend it? Yes, we've given you plenty of spoilers. Even with those spoilers, I'd still recommend it. It's a very good film, and it's one I'd say go see in theaters.
Real quick, the side characters. I love how each of the side characters got a moment to shine.
The actor, though, was the best.
And each of these side characters actually were... They were probably more developed characters than any person in Suicide Squad I would say.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, even like Will Smith or Harley Quinn, you couldn't understand where...
Honestly, if they would have died, you'd be like, meh, who cares?
These
guys didn't mind. Yeah, these guys actually kind of cared for.
I love was it the actor? And it's like, he just kept bringing up like, he's like, oh, him as the chauffeur, like, can I drive it? Can I drive it? Can I drive it? And he starts going through like, yes, sir. He pays me so well. Thank you, sir. I'm so sorry.
He's got like a turban on. Yep. And he's like, please, I'm less than a bug. I'm like, he sells it. He's like,
and he's like, I want to be an actor. And I'm like, dude, you are a fantastic actor. I love that.
Well, he was overacting, but it was very convincing. It was humorous.
But that's the thing. It's just like, they still, like, they contributed. They helped out. Each of them were fantastic in their roles, and it's like, oh, they're side characters. They're kicking ass along with Steve Trevor And Wonder Woman, of course, not punching people through windows.
I kind of want a rated R version of this, just for the blood. Because, let's be honest, they freaking massacred an entire British Army. There's not a drop of blood on anything. It's like, come on, we need to pull a Deadpool here. Come on, let's go back and redo that.
Like, she's going around with sword. It's like, where's the blood splatter? But, again, one thing, to wrap this up, when we were entering the film, we saw a young girl and a mom leave the theater, and they were dressed up as Wonder Woman.
Wait, seriously? I didn't notice.
You didn't see the girl with the woman?
I was paying attention to you, wondering why you stopped at the beginning, because you had your phone open, speaking to the, like a server or whatnot. I was like, we just have to take our seats. They already know.
No. Like, before we entered the theater.
Oh, totally didn't miss.
So there was a younger, and she was smiling and giggling and happy. And I will say, that's what I really, again, no matter what I say about this film, I am happy that there is finally an MCU. You fucked up, honestly, for this long. None of Phase 2 had a main female lead, which is stupid.
Yeah. Or a female director.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Well, congratulations. But Miss
Marvel has been pushed later. It's just like, give Scarlett Johansson another movie.
People have been screaming since Iron Man 2. It's like, give
her a movie, yeah.
Give Black Widow a movie.
It's like, I don't, again, Marvel, DC at least did something a little bit out there. Yes, it's something that should have been done by now. But DC did it first, and he did it right.
DCEU
first? Yeah, mostly.
Man of Steel, when did Man of Steel come out? 2013? Mm-hmm. So it took them 4 years. So this would be about the same time Avengers comes out.
Iron Man came out, what, 2008?
Yeah. So it's been again, they're going for 10 years.
The MCU's nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're going 10 years. Not a single female film. And that's where I say DC actually, nice job. Like, you gave a solid,
you did good DC.
Amazing,
pat yourself on the back.
Female, again, a female heroine that was a great movie. And it's like, for that, I want to give you credit.
Well, in any case, guys, I am Greyshot151, and this is Greyshot117, and we will see you guys next time, where we're going to be seeing... what comes out next week?
But I don't...
Oh, The Mummy. That's what's coming out.
Oh, The Mummy's coming out.
Yeah.
Another female... Well, I can't say if she's a hero or a villain. It's part of the dark universe.
Probably not a hero. I'm just saying.
Let's be very clear. All right, so here's a bet. Here's a bet for you.
Let's do this.
The Mummy film is part of a dark universe where they're going to be starting old monster movies from Universal and make it a universe, which I love that idea.
By the way, just imagine, they were thinking about calling this Monsterverse.
Yeah.
That would.
And then Godzilla took it.
Then Godzilla just comes up like, I'm sorry, I'm bigger than all of you. I'm just going to take this and go, and just walks away, which is...
So here's a question for you. Is the Mummy going to be the female Mummy? Or...
No, Tom Cruise is going to become the Mummy.
That's my question. Is Tom Cruise going to be the Mummy, or is she going to be the Mummy?
Okay, here's my bet. I'm going to make 3 bets right now.
All right.
Tom Cruise is going to be the Mummy.
All right.
The Mummy is going to get beat by Wonder Woman in the second week. Wonder Woman is going to stay in #1 spot.
All right.
And 3, it's going to get a 70 on Rotten Tomatoes.
So, this is going to be great. All right, so here's my thing.
Okay, what are your 3?
So my 3, this will be #1 at the box office.
Okay. The Mummy?
I feel Mummy will be, because I feel like it'll have a sharp decline. Wonder Woman will, because I feel like a lot of people are going to go this weekend. And
I believe Tally agrees.
It'll probably have like a 60% drop. Secondly.
Okay.
Second.
Rotten Tomatoes is where?
Rotten Tomatoes, I will actually put it at a 60%.
Okay, so we're going Price is Right rules. Whoever's closest.
Yes.
Okay. Wait. No, I'm sorry. With whoever's closest, we're not going way over, right? So
no, you can go over.
Okay.
So that way, if it's 65, it's a tie.
Okay.
And then what's the third one? Third one, you said it will.
Oh, I said Tom Cruise becomes Mummy.
Oh, I say that she is the Mummy. But Tom Cruise is some other monster, Van Helsing or something.
I accept this challenge, and you are going down. Yes. So, I guess. Find out in the next episode to see who is right and who is wrong.
Holy mackerel, this is like 30 minutes long. All right.
Boy, that's a lot of editing on your part.
God damn it.
Later, guys.
See ya.